Previously on Big Brother! Two alliances divided the house. The dominant 2.5 winners and the underdogs with Matthew and Ian. KARISSA and Riley, a part of both of them, were forced to pick a side. And when they chose the underdogs, Janae, Dylan's close ally, was sent home, leaving Dylan dead in the water.
Like, Janae was my number one, and you wanted to separate us?
When Matthew won his second HOH,
just like that, Matthew wins the head of household for this round.
The underdogs should have had an easy week ahead of them, with Dylan being the target. But Matthew had his own plan.
Something that was very serious to me coming into this game was to figure out some way to make it up to Dylan for what I did to him in Survivor 3. I know that may not be the best gameplay, but there's things that are more important than gameplay.
And with that, a new Final 3 was born, with their sole intention to take out the person who is playing the best game, Riley.
Riley or Ian? I think
that makes the most
Riley's
sense.
a better decision, but if you want to vote out Ian, I understand.
Even though he didn't need it, Dylan won the power of veto, and he removed himself from the block. And then, the new alliance blindsided Riley, and a path to the finale was revealed.
Riley, you have been evicted from the Big Brother house.
I knew it.
That was deep, guys.
Tonight, with only 4 left, Ian has his work cut out for him. Plus, the Reign of Ice royalty returns in their biggest role yet. Who will advance to finale night? Find out right now, only on Big Brother!
But at least it's blatantly a punishment. Oh, f*** me.
Guys, welcome.
I'm one of the boys.
Final Four 2. Your Final Four challenge. We have 3 more challenges until the winner of Big Brother Reign of Ice will be crowned. Reign of Ice is no longer a thing, but the Reign of Ice people will still be around for specifically this next competition, which is a Lego building contest. KARISSA, Ian, Dylan, you guys will have about 3 minutes to dig into this big Lego thing here and build whatever you can. Then the Reign of Ice will judge you. On your marks.
Good luck, guys.
We're not doing it.
Go.
Alright, we have them all going in now. This is going to be a really deep thing, Mike. Now, you know that happens sometimes. You know that happens sometimes. Chris is kind of throwing questions. The shark on a car. Like your order. Oh, now we have a pillar being involved. It seems to be some sort of modern art. I have to go into the throne of ice to discuss. Okay, well, just give me it.
We're obviously Lego experts.
Listen, I've seen the Lego movie at least 2 times.
Still have some weird illegal building techniques from KARISSA.
Why is this illegal? 30 seconds left. What the?
30 seconds left.
Without.
It's an interesting tactic. You can especially see the sweat when they're all wearing sweaters or jackets.
Inside. Sorry, that wasn't funny. I wonder. Just throw a minion in because fuck it.
I'll film when you're done.
Throw a minion in because it's fucking nice.
Might mess around and toss a minion in. I don't know. Time! Hands off!
You guys will now be able to present yours to the Rain of Ice by giving whatever context you may need. Dylan, go first and present your model.
Guys, this is Sad Prisoner. He's in prison and he's looking out of his prison window.
Okay.
At the beautiful trees.
Okay. It's a bit of an it's a bit of an
I like the abstract ideas.
And
very abstract.
It's very modern art.
Yeah, I leveled it out so like the prison was on a higher floor. There wasn't any.
You could say that he has
I like the
high
new
ground.
concept.
And it's supposed to represent that he's at the high of his life, even though he's at his lowest.
I see.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Thank you, Simon.
I know.
Thank you, Simon.
Alright, Carissa, bring yours up.
Okay.
Alright, what is that?
So here we have Jules, or the Ice Queen.
Okay.
This is the veto medal, or the veto idol medal thing. This is a fire snowflake because I think really early on we were like, things are about to get fiery or something. And it's, you know, Big Brother Rain of Ice, fire snowflake because things are tense and fiery. This is a car window that is bound to get broken because every time I do a project with Alex, car windows get broken.
Okay, now we have a few things that we need to talk about here. First thing, we have 2 illegal building techniques.
Shut up, Dave.
Two actually. That rope hanging off, and also secondarily is that stacking of single tiled technic plates. Now that is an illegal building technique, so that's gonna take some points off.
Should give me the handbook.
Why is the minifigure's head and hair on backwards?
It's not. I just thought this looked more like an Elsa dress. Yeah, but this looks more like what Jules wore today than what Elsa actually wears.
Okay, well.
This is an Ice Queen. This is an Elsa. That's copyrighted.
Alright,
Go shark.
last one. Ian, present your marvelous creation. Oh my goodness.
I present to you modern art. Now, think about this shark. He is on a pillar. He's above all else. But he also is on a vehicle, and he's in air. So he can't breathe, but he can theoretically go in any direction he wants if he wasn't attached to this pedestal.
Now, you know, what I really love about the symbolism here is that you'll see the wheel in the front is pointed forwards, meaning that he can only go in a circle. Like the shark is trapped in a circle.
and beach.
And he's trapped.
Sharks can never stop moving, so they're in a cycle. It's beautiful, and it's a cycle because it's only 3 wheels. Oh my god! Ian might have created actual modern art. Is there anything else you need to talk about your piece?
Well, what's that? It's a Sharknado.
Rain of Ice, you may take the creations with you and go into the ice lair.
Alright, all these pieces are really good. Sharknado, really creative. The jail thing, kind of modern art. But Carissa's really has symbolism that we can all relate to.
I think that Carissa's is the worst out of the 3.
I thought it has symbolism that
You're
we
saying
can
it's worse than Sharknado.
I think it's worse than Sharknado.
Okay, I think, okay.
Because at least Sharknado has the value of funniness and creativity and not sucking up.
Carissa's is creative.
The one that's technically the best built is Dylan's.
I think Ian's is the worst one. It's literally just 2 parts put together.
Yeah, I do not like
As this was pre-built.
It's funny, but it's like, it's pre-built and he just kind of put pieces together and was like, I made this.
I say Dylan first place. I say Ian last place and Chris second place. What do you say?
Yeah, okay.
That and do you disagree? I mean, average is that.
Yeah, I think I like Ian's the best.
I don't want Ian to win. Ian just put 2 pieces
Yeah, I feel like you put 2
I don't want
pieces
Ian to
together.
win.
How broken.
Wait, how is it not between Carissa's and Dylan?
Yeah, I thought it was
Because
between
Chris put
Chris
more
That's
than
what I
just
thought it was.
Chris and Dylan put effort into theirs. Ian put 2 pieces together.
Ian put effort in his.
Just like, okay.
Okay, after review, very heavy review of the challenge, coming in 3rd place, Ian's Sharknado thing.
Incorrect. Coming in third place. Coming in 3rd place with the grand total of things is Carissa.
No, it was Ian who was in 3rd place.
No, I had her in 3rd place. You guys had
Okay, calm down. Okay, so what? The first place winner was Dylan with his prisoner thing.
So I won?
Yes, you won.
Dylan, congratulations on winning the HOH for another time. You will have to put people on the block in about 5 minutes.
So I just want to make sure we're good. It's pretty solid Dylan hat.
Yeah.
Do I have, I don't know, are we closer than you and Matthew?
I'm still not sure. Like, if you saved me, like, yes, for sure, we'd be closer.
Oh yeah, because Dylan's probably, okay.
because then it would be, either way, the veto wouldn't matter. It would just be your decision who's going home.
So I was like thinking about it, and Final Four HOH really means nothing. So
How do you figure?
That's so.
the POV is really what matters completely. That person decides whatever fate happens. So say I nominated you and Ian. Whoever won the HOH would take themselves off, obviously, and then they would put somebody else back on, and they would be the single vote that decides. So we have to vote POV.
Wow, yeah.
Holy
And
crap, yeah.
if Ian wins POV, then one of you two go home.
Yeah.
I'm final 3 bound. I can say this veto matters, but honestly, like, I would not mind Ian winning it at all. Obviously, in front of the camera, I said, yeah, me, Matt, and Chris all the way, but I would really not mind Matt accidentally going home this week, and I wouldn't have to do anything like about it. So all Ian has to do is win, and I think I can beat both KARISSA and Ian, and I just have to win that final 3 challenge, which is likely endurance because we haven't done any of that today. So I'm feeling pretty good.
Can I get an agreement that if it's you and Matthew on the block, I'll vote for you, and if it's me and Matthew on the block, you'll vote for me?
Can we not do that?
Okay, why?
Because you said if I'm me and Matthew.
Did I just mess up my words?
Yeah.
If it's between you and Matthew, I will keep you in, and if it's between me and Matthew, you'll keep me in. That makes me feel a lot safer.
For sure.
Somehow I end up on the block.
Yeah.
Keep me in, and if you end up on the block, I'll keep you in.
Sure. Yeah, we'll do our best. I don't know how this is gonna play out, but yeah, that's 100% what I want. That's what I'm sticking with. That's what I'm sticking with. So.
I'm solid with that.
Cool.
Okay, cool.
I appreciate that. It's winning this last challenge, this POV challenge, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's just like, couldn't be like, I wasn't able to win, so it's like I can't save both of us. So.
Right, yeah.
It feels pretty great because I've been trying to get Matt out since the first hour we started this, and I know how great of a player he is. And I managed to BS my way into an alliance with him, and I think I would struggle against him the most in a final jury, so I'm looking forward to him hopefully walking out the door today.
Alright, final 4 house guests. After a very intense Lego building challenge, it has come down to this. Does anybody have any comments that they would like to plead to Dylan?
I just want to say, like, this HOH nominations do not matter. Theoretically, whoever wins Power Veto and myself are going to Final 3 guaranteed.
Yeah.
No matter what my nominations are, whoever wins Power Veto has the...
I'll go up there.
Sure, if you'd like to, go ahead. Yeah, so Ian and
it's fine.
Matt.
Cool. Yep.
Because it doesn't matter.
Dylan, you've made your decision. Ian and Matt will be on the block for this next round, and we will be moving right into the next challenge.
Cool.
This challenge is the final Power of Veto for this season. You guys will be judged by the Rain of Ice again.
This keeps screwing me
And
over.
Jade on your acting skills. Morgan will be explaining this.
I am the one who created it, unfortunately. So, in this hat are a bunch of random Christmas scenarios in which you will have to improvise a story. However, there is a twist. You see, much like the 48-hour film projects, there are required elements that you must include in your story. You have 2 minutes to create your scenario and your story, and the most creative / believable one will be given the power of veto.
Okay, so this is a story back good old buddy of mine called the Grinch, and it's the story of how I told him to give back Christmas. The Grinch, he likes to wear flannels, and he's got these hats, and he runs these little game shows. And so we're doing the game show, and then we're like, oh my God, stop signs are really important. So we run to the stop sign, and there's a treasure chest, and inside that treasure chest is another heart. And so we're like, oh my God. If we transplant, we put the Grinch, and we're like, sorry, you don't have a choice, we gas him, he's done. So, so I kind of semi-forced him to give back Christmas. And we're in the operating room, and we transplanted his heart, and we gave him this new heart that we found in this box next to the stop sign. And then, he woke up, and we were like, we were wondering if you would perhaps want to give back Christmas, because look at this adorable little girl who wants you to give back Christmas. And then, with all of this power and his new glorious heart we found in this treasure chest next to the stop sign, he says, I think I will give back Christmas. For some reason, Alex is the Grinch. I don't remember why I included that, but it was very crucial.
Dylan, you're on.
Okay, so my family has like a bunch of traditions, right? It basically started with a wedding back in like the 80s, I guess, and there was a prisoner that escaped, and we were like really worried during the wedding. Well, I wasn't, because I wasn't alive, but my family was like really worried, and there was a prison like convict around like where the wedding was going on. So basically we have this tradition where we call the police, and the police show up to our wedding, so we're all safe. And we do this, it costs a lot of money, but we were really worried then, and we just wanted to make sure that we were protected. So now at every wedding, we have the police show up.
Is that your story?
Yeah.
So, I'm a toy maker. I make toys. However, I'm lacking inspiration. I try and go everywhere. I go to the sea. I go to, oh geez, where do I go to? Oh, an opera house, look at that. So I go in there, and I'm surrounded by wonderful pieces of display work. People prancing and singing their hearts out. And then someone falls over off the stage and breaks a leg, which I find hilarious. But also I feel bad for them. So, obviously, I'm inspired. I make a skateboard so they can lay their leg on there and they can wheel themselves around. And I finally have my inspiration. I make millions of dollars making skateboards. Originally marketed towards people who broke legs. Now, mass multinational corporation to make skateboards and other toys. We're like Hasbro. Thank you.
Spirit, I fear you more than all the others. I have been visited already this evening by the ghosts of Christmas past and present. They have taught me many lessons, but what have you to teach me? I'm frightened, Spirit. Also, I'm wondering how you got up here. My room is locked. Did you take the elevator? Or, like, what? How did you... I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I will listen to what you have to say. Show me your visions. I should not have had those pickles last night. Oh. Spirit, I am the man. I am the one that those men were mocking. I am the one who no one cared that he had died. Spirit, I will change. I will honor Christmas in my heart. I will keep it all year long. The ghosts of Christmas past, present, and future will all live within me. But please, tell me I can sponge the writing off of this stone. Please tell me that there is a chance that I can still change my life. Spirit, I beg of you.
Rain of Ice, you have a difficult decision to make, but please tell us who you think should win the Power of Veto.
We are happy to announce the winner of the Power of Veto and the Academy Award is Matt.
Thank you guys, I appreciate it.
Matthew, you win your way into the final 3.
Yeah. Wow.
Congratulations.
Just finished the Power of Veto POV challenge. And this was probably the most important challenge in the whole day because I just won myself into the final 3. Of course, we're still going to go down to a final 2, but the point is that there's no more voting, no more opportunities for people to backstab me. I took my game into my own hands here. I have a good resume for the jury, so I just need to win this last challenge. But of course, first, unfortunately, at this final 4, I'm going to have to cut Ian just because I feel like that's the best decision with the game that I've chosen to play today.
Hopefully, Matt, we've been pretty close since I stopped trying to go after him and we started to team up, so hopefully he remembers that and eliminates KARISSA instead of me. And then hopefully we can be the final 2, get rid of Dylan. Listen, we've been pretty tight this whole way.
Yeah.
And I just feel like I'd be better to have with you in the finals than KARISSA.
Sure, yeah.
Especially since it would be those 2 gunning after you.
Yeah.
Versus me, I'd be me and you versus Dylan.
Right.
Feels like every single time I'm saying this, it relies on other things going my way for me to stay in the game, which is really concerning.
Okay, I trust you a lot, and I already feel like okay and safe. But also, I got some information that I thought would benefit me for you to know. The very last competition, I think that decides final 2 is an endurance one. I know I totally did not win this challenge, and that's super unfair. But I'm so bummed because I feel like the other 2 challenges were kind of thrown for no reason and kind of by one specific Ice Lord, who I don't know why has a vendetta against me, maybe from another season.
It's hard just because the 2 people that I've been the closest with all day, I feel like, are you and Ian. So that's what it comes down to here. You know what I mean? I never made a final 2 deal with Ian though. So I want to sit in the final 2 with you, but I also hear you what you're saying about maybe you'd be easier to beat in a challenge than Ian. All I need is 2nd place in the challenge. You know what I mean? I don't need 1st.
My fate is in Matt's hands, and I have to trust Matt. And hopefully that'll pay off, and that's all I can do. There's not much strategy outside of that, because literally he takes himself off the block and the final vote's up to him. So, what else can I do?
It's going to be harsh to get rid of Ian, but that's what I'm leaning toward just because I've made a stronger pact with you, and I'm going to stick by that. I never promised Ian final 2. We just worked together and worked well together and have made it this far, but it's gonna suck because I was trying to avoid having to like actually backstab anyone today, but
we promised Ian final 4, and we made him that.
That's true, yeah.
And we promised Dylan final 3, and if you vote out Ian, you'll make that.
Yeah.
First of all, it's hypothetical. I think it would be smarter for Matt to take Ian just because Karissa is like a bigger threat to him in the final HOH, and if he takes Ian, he's probably going to win by default. And so I'm guessing he's taking Ian. I know he's a great game player and he can say he wants the best people in the end, like all he wants, but I've seen Matt's true colors and that he's willing to blindside somebody to get farther in the game. So I would not be surprised whatsoever if Matt just sweet talked Karissa and Karissa goes home.
So I was just explaining to Karissa, Ian was, making his case to me, but and he and I have been close today. Right. But
Here, can you scoot over on the bed?
Oh yeah.
I'm going to put
put
Karissa on the block, but then vote for Ian.
Yeah.
Okay. So
that makes sense.
Yeah.
I could just see the finish line, and it's been a long ass day, but I've been ready for this for 6 months, and I'm ready to do whatever it takes to win.
Alright, house guests, it is time for the eviction ceremony. Matt, you're on the block, you have the power of veto. What are you going to do with it?
Play it for myself.
Okay.
So I can get off the block, and I'm gonna put Karissa on the, or I guess, no, you pick, huh, since you're head of household.
There is
only
no
one
pick.
pick, so, okay, yeah.
It is crazy that it's come down to this. Ian and Karissa are on the block. Matthew, you get to choose which one of these 2 is coming to the final 3 with you and Dylan right now. So, Ian, Karissa, if you would like to plead your case to them, go for it.
I think we did everything we need to say during strategizing.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, in that case, Matt, make your decision.
So, I won't drag it out too long, but it is hard because I feel like throughout today I've been close with both of you, and I've really enjoyed playing with both of you. So, like, we all know the way that it has to come down to something like this, a moment like this sometimes. So, I won't drag it out any longer. I'm choosing Karissa to go to the final 3, which means I'm choosing Ian to be eliminated.
Okay. Ian, you have been evicted from the Big Brother house.
Way to grow from season 2.
Yeah,
Throw it out to
Good game, Ian.
Ian, what an all-star. What an all-star. Karissa, Dylan, and Matthew.
Hold on.
Karissa, Dylan, this is nothing new to you. Matthew, this is something new.
One round further.
One round further. Well, in about 5 minutes, we will do the final head of household, and whoever wins that will determine who's going to the final 2 with them. We'll see what happens on the final HOH.
I'm kind of shocked. I thought between me and Karissa that Matthew would take me, considering we were kind of boys for quite a bit of that whole thing. Like, we were at each other's back, and I felt like we were closer than him and Karissa. So I think it was more just he thought he could beer in the challenges, like the challenge that we had remaining. It versus I don't think he thought he could beat me in that. And yeah, I'm just a little upset, but I know it's a game, and all the best to him. Alex, stop pressuring me to do these. No, I enjoyed this a lot. If I'm able to, I might return. Well, if I'm able to, if I'm in town and stuff, and Alex wants me back, I'd love to do more of these.
Next week on the season finale of Big Brother!
I took my game into my own hands here, and I feel like I have a really good shot at winning.
So I think I'm just gonna genuinely tell the jury everything. Being a 2-time champ would be like so cool, so a part of me also does really want to win, because God, that would be cool, come on.
I could just see the finish line. It's been a long ass day, but I've been ready for this for 6 months, and I'm ready to do whatever it takes to win.
Welcome everybody to the final HOH challenge. This is what it all comes down to. And the winner of Big Brother Reign of Ice